So let's try and get this started.
Yeah. Let's get this started for real.
Last we had left off, our wonderful little party of adventurers had made their way to the city of Lantalis at a call from their Raja. And it's up to, participate in a competition of sorts where they could potentially, gather up a variety of money, gold, and other bits in a hunting competition, of which, the majority of the party was relatively confident in. You managed to make your way to the city of Lantalis, kind of explored around a little bit, and discovered that the city is very, very strange indeed. Now, the real question was always, why? Was there a section that almost seemed to have been designed for the haves, while there were sections that were designed for the have-nots? With a strange separation and a little bit of a mystery on the hands of the party, they participated in the actual competition and won. Congratulations. You won a small prize of a few thousand gold, and there was a party of various people who kind of came by, congratulated the gallant dad, before the rest of you decided to kind of partake in whatever else the city had in store for you. As of currently, if I recall correctly, all of you had gathered the prizes and decided not to go and not to participate in the actual party, and instead just went into the city.
Wait, I thought the parties were the next day.
Yeah, I thought it was the
No.
next day.
So there was like the minor party, which you guys said no to, and then there was like the big actual party.
That was the day after the hunt, right?
Yes.
Right.
There was
We're going there.
Okay, so yeah,
That's
you
where
guys
we're going.
managed to. I believe you had managed to find a place to settle down for the night. Is that correct? I believe so.
Yeah, we found the
Yeah.
inn with the floaty curtains
The floaty.
that floated us up.
Oh, yes, you did.
The two tiefling barmaids.
Mm-hmm. And then in the morning, you kind of wandered back in to try and see if you could spot the Dragonborn, of which you learned a little bit about. The answer was you could not find them. And then I believe that's where we left off. But the morning is currently yours. It's relatively... Well, it's a little bit later into the morning than you probably would have liked. A lot of the people who would have initially kind of been a part of the streets, they seem to be... Hi. You okay? Sorry, my cat. But yeah, as you guys are kind of just like standing outside of the inn of which you had taken a partake the night within, you can see that there are people going about their day, but it seems like a lot less people are going about their day specifically in regards to like working, and a lot of them are just going, and visiting friends. The actual streets themselves are comparatively, for the most part, very empty, even though it's a couple hours past dawn. And honestly, there probably should have been more people out in the streets, vendors selling things, but a lot of the stalls near this kind of square where you guys find yourselves is, for the most part, empty. The storefronts are closed for the celebration, and yeah, people are just kind of vibing, they're chilling. You see a lot of people within their homes, a lot of, oil lanterns and things like that within the actual buildings themselves are on, and you see within certain common areas there are quite a few families and groups of people just enjoying their times. But you find yourselves here, kind of not really partaking. What would you like to do?
Wait, guys, I remember we did some like debacle where we were running away from some guards. Was that after we woke up, or was that like?
That was after.
So we got out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you made one stink his pants and he started gagging.
And the other
That's
one
what
got
you
sent to
did.
sleep.
Just put to sleep and we ran.
Yeah.
Right, that is what happened.
So is it time? Is it time for the party or no?
I mean, glancing around at the
soon,
actual
right?
streets themselves, as of currently, you remember being told that the party was around noon. It's probably a solid 2 hours away.
Wait, so
have
we
some
didn't manage to
time.
find any leads, right? That's the whole point, I guess. Didn't someone mention that they knew the Dragonborn, or was that something else? Misremembering.
Oh, that is true. I remember that.
Someone knew the Dragonborn, or
No, well-
Fulgor knows Dragonborn in general.
I think it was just I knew general things about Dragonborns.
Yeah.
The music.
Oh, sorry. It might be a bit loud. Your settings might have gotten reset because I got a domain.
Oh yeah, they did get reset.
My apologies.
Yeah, I shit my pants. No, literally, guys.
Oh no. That's not good.
You think this is some kind of joke? What the fuck?
Just like the garden, bro. It's going off.
Okay.
I mean, you guys are
see,
currently
that's-
at this moment within the streets of like the normal city. You are aware that like this entire area is not really, what is it? It's not really like the quote unquote the back end. You know, you're currently working with the front end.
Can we do some surveys about this dragon man?
This poor man just trying to have a drink in the bar.
We ain't letting him go. This man gonna learn today.
Give me an Arcana or a History check. All of you.
Ooh. Shit.
Oh,
All right.
Arcana or history?
Which one do you want more?
Let's go with History.
Shit.
Wait. Oh.
Can I do Arcana instead?
Yes, I said or. It's your choice. It's like
No!
the point of it wasn't for me to choose. The point of it was for you to choose.
Wow. The rules are so
Why are we
fucking
all...
bad today.
Oh,
They're exactly the same for me.
they're on daddy.
Well, they're on.
holy
Did you
shit.
even spot the Dragonborn, Theron? I can't remember. I
don't
can't.
know.
Thought we all did.
I can't remember who exactly it was that spotted the Dragonborn. No, I don't think they're.
I thought it was me.
I thought it was. Just,
Well, we talked about it publicly.
Yeah, you talked about it. So because of that, Fulgor, you're the only one who actually remembers seeing them. However, sorry, Fenjor, not Fulgor. God, the fucking names. Fenjor, you do remember seeing him. However, you don't really recall much else. I'm like, oh, of course you saw him. Why else would you be talking about him? But there seems to be something kind of escaping your mind, and you're not entirely sure what that is.
Oh no. It's memory loss. Dementia. Poor guy.
But yeah, even Theron, you don't remember much.
Damn.
I mean, you were out for most of the last night, so it's like it's just a haze to you.
Hmm.
So,
You hear?
anything specific all of you would like to do now, or just going to wait for the 2 hours for the party?
Oh, ew.
How much
down to wait.
gold do we all have?
Sorry?
I'm down to wait.
I have 500 gold in my pocket.
Yep, all of you do.
That's right.
I would like to go and see if I can find a place that can get me some good potions.
Give me an investigation check or a persuasion check.
I am equally bad at both, so I'll go with investigation.
13.
Not too bad.
I mean, the rest of you, if you're going along with him, can also try yourselves, if you'd like.
What is happening?
Sure.
Sure, I'll go along.
Well, Fenjor specifically, he is looking for a shop where you could purchase some potions, some interesting items.
Fenjor or Fulgor?
Fucking fuck. Fulgor. No, it's Fulgor. I said Fulgor.
Yes,
You said Fenjor.
blind.
You're fucking making me doubt myself.
You did say Fenjor. He's-
Did I?
Fenjor,
Oh
though,
my
you
god!
did.
What? Oh my god!
Macabre, bro. So shit.
It's
though.
fucked.
How am I being gassed lit, bro?
It's fucked. It's fucked. It's fucked.
How am I being gassed? Yo, Gardner,
seen that one.
you are blind, my guy.
Dude, I rolled 2 nat ones already today. What the hell?
Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy.
This guy's gonna look and see something traumatizing. Take 2 damage.
Well, Fulgor, as you're
Yo.
kind of wandering the streets, you do see that unfortunately, due to, possibly the festival, the majority of the storefronts and kind of locations all around are closed. However, you do find one that is open. You see at the very front, it's just the Brawling Pony. And you're not entirely sure if it's an inn, or if it's a shop, or if it's a bar, or if it's a general store, because the symbol that they have is a horse kicking what appears to be a cart. And there's no windows that tell you what's inside.
I hope they got candles in there. Oh, goddamn. I guess I'll just peek in.
Yeah.
See what's going on.
There is no door. It is just like a beaded curtain as of currently, but there's like several layers of it, so it's a very, very difficult to kind of see on the interior. But as you push open the beaded curtain, you kind of walk into the actual sandstone building itself. You could definitely see that the interior is very nice. The temperature outside. Oh fuck! What is this in Fahrenheit?
Why are we doing this in Fahrenheit?
Because he's the only, he's the American here. Okay, 30 Celsius, which is about 85, 86 Fahrenheit, I think. Outside, on the interior is like a really nice, cool 70. Is that right? 70 is about 21, 22, right?
What did you say for the outside? Like 30
I think so.
something?
The outside is like 30 degrees Celsius. The inside is like 20, 21 degrees Celsius.
30 is like 86. That ain't shit.
Yeah. Outside is
That's
like
comfortable.
outside is like 86, and then on the interior it's about 70-ish. So it's really nice on the inside comparatively. And you can see that the interior is kind of like, there's no lights or anything on the interior. It's more that whatever light is being let in through the beaded curtains and through the various different kind of like cloths up above that seem to be covering the ceiling are what's kind of covering the interior of this actual building, and what's keeping it cool. But looking in, and as you walk in, you do see that it is a storefront, you think. You're pretty sure, because there is a variety of goods on a variety of tables, some of them with price labels, not all of them, just maybe about half of them. And just give me what would this be? Give me a nature check. Or no, just give me a perception check.
Yeah.
Cool. I could do that.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
About to quit this website.
As some of you kind of walk in, you realize very much that the interior actually resembles what appears to be a sailing ship. One that kind of takes to the seas. Not actually the interior of a sandstone building. There seems to be a lot of wooden boards and kind of things like that that just are either leaned up against the actual sandstone walls, or there's just like these pillars, wooden things that are just inside to resemble the interior of a ship's hull. There isn't any of the creaking of wood or anything like that, but it does look nice at the very least. On the interior, you don't see any individual person as of currently. It appears to be empty. However, there does appear to be some sort of back room, of which at this current moment you do hear some sort of sound coming from.
What's the sound? Can we investigate, or like what do we? Does anyone know?
With a perception check, Zane, you're probably able to tell. Fulgor, Theron, Fenjor, not really. Gardner, if you want to roll me another perception check. Hopefully it's not a nat 1 this time.
Sure.
Hey,
Oh, wow.
let's go.
Wow.
Well, Fulgor, Theron, Fenjor, you're not really able to tell what the sound is. It just sounds like the scuttling of like maybe wood against wood. Zane, Gardner, you're a little bit more perceptive, and you can kind of tell that, oh, it sounds like someone's doing a bit of wood carving in the background. probably some sort of like chisel, and they're just like lightly tapping it against a piece of wood.
Interesting. So
Somebody get his
I guess-
attention.
Walk up to the counter. Is there a counter?
There is a counter. It's really small, and honestly, it's not like a wide counter that goes across the entirety of the store. It's like maybe 5-6 feet long, and it's just sitting in front of the actual door to the back.
That's
All
gonna give it a
hands on
nice little,
starboard.
nice little knock on the top of it.
You hear a little sheepish, what? Oh! You see, like, just kind of like a halfling on the other side. She peeks in through like the beaded curtain. Oh, customers today? Where are you at?
Well, this seems to be the only shop that's open right now. It's just wondering what we got for sale in here. You know, if anything useful.
Oh, I mean, yes. If you're buying, sorry, I didn't know there would be people today. I mean, I kept the store open just in case there was people, but you know, last 3 times this has happened and no one's come around, so I didn't really expect much. Most people are spending their day with their families or just enjoying their drinks. Why are you out shopping? You know what? It's not really my business. You're a customer. You're paying, right?
We do have some money on us, yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect. What are you looking for? I've got a variety of goods. She kind of shuffles out from behind the counter. She actually just like straight up jumps over it, kind of comes into the front where all of you are as well, looks around, gives a little bit of a nod, and you can see it's like a female halfling. She's got like short red hair and these like freckles. But she's looking up at all of you. Ooh, got mostly tall folk. You're short like me. Very nice to meet you. But yeah, I've got a. It's a mess in here, isn't it? Oh, that's what I was supposed to be doing. Supposed to be cleaning today. Come in. Wait, you're already in. My name's Kater. Nice to meet you. I've got my store open. I guess. Yeah, I do.
What do you sell? What's available?
Well, anything that people are willing to buy, really. I've got this. She holds up what appears to be like a shield. It's just like a regular wooden shield. This is just a shield. It's just a normal shield. I've got this. She kind of pulls up what appears to be like a clear bottle. This is, I think it's a potion. Let me double check. She kind of like dips her finger into it, tastes it. Oh, no, that's just sugar water. Sorry, give me 1 second. She ruffles about, pulls out a few of the things from amongst the piles of junk. Yeah, I mean, if you're interested in anything, feel free to look around. Everything on this side of that door is for sale, I think. I did lose my spatula on this side, so if you do find my spatula, that's not for sale.
Just can I scan the room and look for the spatula?
Yeah, give me a perception check. Or actually, sorry, no, this would be an investigation check specifically.
Sure. Oh.
Okay. Kind of walking around the actual room itself, trying to find specifically what she's been looking for. You do actually find it. It's currently tucked away underneath what appears to be something else. As you kind of like pull open the other cloth, you see the bottom end of a really decent spatula. Like, it's clean, it's nice. Looks like it's been used probably quite a lot, but it is like still a very nice spatula. You kind of pull it out. Oh, that's my spatula. Thank you. As she kind of runs over, takes it. You know what? First item that you pick under 30 gold, 50 gold, free on me.
All right, thank you. All right, and I guess what?
She just kind of like runs back, jumps over the counter again, and you realize that the item that you actually picked up is a cloak, and it feels really, really nice. And give me an Arcana check.
Sure.
Damn.
The
Feast of
cloak
famine over here.
is almost 100% certain to be magical. However, at this current moment, you are unable to tell what sort of magic it has.
Damn.
Interesting.
Nat
Even
20.
with 20, yeah. I guess sure.
Useless.
How much is the cloak?
Nothing.
Sorry, what did
Let's
you
go
say?
cloak billowing.
Yeah. How much is the cloak? Just ask the shopkeep.
She kind of looks over. What does it look like? And you kind of give her a
You need
general
to lie.
description of it. It's like
Lie.
it's like a beautiful green,
Say it's
almost
carpet.
cloak made of like silk. It's soft and it's not that long, but it does extend long enough that if you had put it on, it'd probably be just past your knees. And it is large enough that it can wrap around your entire body, as well as having a hood.
Okay.
Do you give her the description, or do you give her a
Yeah,
different
yeah.
one?
I just give her the regular description.
All right, she takes. Oh, that's well, it is a magical item, but it you know what? It's been sitting there forever. No one's gonna buy it. I'll give you a discount for all of it. And especially since you're here, why not? That's a cloak of elven kind. You could buy it for 750 gold. Because of that 50 gold, and I did say you get that 50 gold discount, so I'll just say you could get 50 gold off of it, so 700. The original price was like 1500. So I'll just, but you know, inventory.
So like, do I know what it is? Is there like is there a description? Like, what does it make you know? For like is there does the description tell me anything about the item?
Give me an actually, you rolled a natural 20 for your Arcana, right? So
Yeah.
because she told you the name of it, you kind of know the majority of what it does. A cloak of elven kind, specifically in this scenario, you would know that it is an item that had been crafted a long time ago by the elves, or recently, an art, and it's designed to help you camouflage very, very well, regardless of the surroundings that you are currently in. However, it does require you to be attuned to it. Essentially, what it does is that gives you advantage on any stealth checks that require you to be hidden visually.
Interesting. Sure. I guess I'll take it.
All right. It is 700 gold.
Sure.
Do you have enough for it?
You have 700 gold?
Oh wait. Oh. Right. It was only 500, wasn't it?
As a party, you have more than 700 gold. However, you as an individual do not, if I recall
I
correctly.
can pitch in a little bit if you pay me back later.
With interest.
With interest. Wow.
Tiani's listening.
Interest.
I might ask for gold as payment, or I might ask for a favor. Who knows?
Oh yeah. Bro jobs are the best.
I guess Fogo, I'll take your offer. I guess just allow me like 200 gold. Is that reasonable?
It works for me.
Sure. I guess I will.
Thing might come in
Maybe.
handy later.
Sure. So I guess I go down to 28 gold. There we go.
Yeah. You hand her the 700 gold, and she kind of takes it. Sweet. Here. She kind of takes a tag off of it, rips it off, and you can see that her hand glows ever so slightly for a brief moment before she rips the tag off. And then she hands it to you. Let me put it in your inventory.
Ooh, magic theft protection.
Let's see.
Glad we didn't steal it, I
For
guess.
Mr.
Yeah.
Gardner, let's give you the item. I'll put it into your sheet. Just give me one moment. Yeah.
So, did you buy this from like a trader specifically, or is there someone in the city that makes things like this?
No one makes these, unfortunately. A lot of the artifacts that were created pre-dragons, they kind of just float around. Not a lot of people actually get to use them because, well, let's just say that a lot of the heroes were wiped out 400 years ago. I mean, I'm sure you're aware. The quality of the adventurers and such in these days and age. Oh shit, you're an adventurer. You're great. Sorry, I didn't mean any offense. It's just that a long time ago, the adventurers of old, as it were, they defended our lands. They kind of were capable of so much. They were making these beautiful artifacts, such as things like this, and they contributed to society, science, all that. All that shit's kind of ground to a halt after the ground dragons took over. Now we're just trying to survive, which I guess is very reasonable, yes, but kind of sucks, right? I mean, it sucks for me. I don't like it.
So, how much tax did you have to pay this year? Like, what was that like?
Oh, give me a charisma check.
Sure.
Just a normal old charisma check.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. She kind of leans over and pulls all of you a little bit closer. Okay, now, I know you're not supposed to do this, but because of the way that I organize, and, or therefore lack thereof of organization, I managed to hide a lot of things that are worth a lot of money in items, so they don't know. Shh. It's not tax fraud. I swear.
It's not tax fraud.
So he says.
Look, I mean, think about it, right? Items like this going to a dragon that's not really going to put it to actual use? What's the point? There is no point, right? So because of that, I keep it on my own. And eventually, maybe one day, I'll get to use it, or someone else will get to use it, or I'll make some money off of it, which is exactly what I'm doing now.
I mean, the city guards are right there. If you is there any
look,
any of the special stuff that you still have around?
Yo,
You
man,
know?
they're gonna give you an anti-discount.
But look, I can't imagine a dragon wearing something like this cloak. I mean, it's so tacky. Clash with the scales.
Well, it's tacky, yes, but, it blends in very well. It's supposed to, as far as I'm aware, it could go invisible according to the wearer's whims. I don't know, I've never put it on myself. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Did you
So
buy
how
this?
exactly does a tuning process work? Like, is there stuff to know beforehand, or is it just like
the attuning process specifically requires you to spend an hour getting familiar with the actual item itself, wearing it for the entire duration. It doesn't actually you don't need to have any prerequisite knowledge for it. Typically, the magical item will determine if you're if it's a normal item, it'll just work almost always. But if it's like a sentient item, the chances of it working is usually dependent on the actual sentient item. In this case, it's not a sentient item. You just need to attune to it, so you're probably fine.
I see.
Did this just kind of happen to come across you, or did you buy it off someone?
It just kind of fell into my lap. A lot of people come by. So you know how I was talking about the ages of before the dragons and all that. What it was is that there was tons of heroes, and almost all of them had magical items just like this. And now there's not that many heroes and not that many magical items, or not that many heroes, but just as many magical items to go across. So, because of that, it's a little bit easier to just randomly find and scavenge things like this. For this one specifically, I think I came across it in a junkyard. There's places where people just throw things, and for those of you who are keen-eyed enough, you could potentially find things in garbage heaps. I cleaned it. It doesn't smell like garbage anymore. I think. I'm pretty sure.
Interesting.
She kind of moves up a little bit closer to you and sniffs it. Yeah, it's clean. I mean, maybe if the Ages of Heroes comes around, they'll be a lot more expensive. But for now, they're relatively cheap. I don't have that many magical items, mind you. This is just like a really small shop that my dad passed down. He probably found a bunch of stuff in here, or he probably had a bunch of stuff, and I don't know. I don't know like half of what's in here. I do know half of what's in here, not the other half. I should probably organize things. Oh, that's what I was going to do today. Did you guys want to help?
What's in it for us? What else you got here?
More
Can you,
discounts?
scan the room and scan the room and see what's what the other magical items she's talking about roughly are.
You can certainly do. Give me an investigation check.
Sure.
The other folks in the party can do so as well if you would like.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Damn, bro. Bro's fucking going off. Shish.
I guess I just had to complain about bad rolls, and they'll magically become better.
You know, that's how it is sometimes. This fucking guy. Alright, okay. Well, let's see. What weapons do you use, Gardner?
I guess it's a, what am I using now? I think I'm using like a mace.
You're using a more.
Yeah, I guess I want like a...
You have 28 gold, man.
This is true. You only have about 28 gold.
I can loan you more.
Man's gonna owe like a bajillion gold coins.
Theron, Fenjor, unfortunately, as the two of you are kind of looking around the actual room itself, you don't really find anything that's that interesting. You do find a variety of like, mundane items. You find rope. You find some grappling hooks. You find like, some water skins, some backpacks. You find what appears to be like a small bag of just like, you glance inside, it's just balls, like small metal balls, ball bearings.
Those kind of balls, okay.
Yes, not testicles.
You can find mine if you want.
Whoa! Not in public. Oh my
just do an
god.
investigation check, bro.
Damn, he has to investigate what the balls are.
Roll it, man.
No. Come on. We gotta stay on track. But yeah, Zane, you do actually find two things that look relatively interesting to you specifically. One of them appears to be some sort of like just a set of clothes, but as soon as you pick it up, it begins to kind of like change color in your hands. At that moment, you're just kind of thinking of just random colors, and then the surface of it just becomes these random colors. And then you realize, oh, the surface of this is changing according to what I'm thinking. And then after looking through it a little bit, the entire set of clothes seems to change. It's not just the color of it that changes. It seems to be the very like fabrics themselves.
Okay. What's the other thing?
The other thing is what appears to be a small dagger. You look at it, and the dagger itself, the reason you find it interesting is mainly because of the material it seems to be made of. It looks to be some sort of like large tooth or claw. You're not entirely sure, but it seems to have come from some sort of creature. The actual dagger itself is maybe about 4 or 5 inches long, while the handle is about the size of, just a slightly larger than your
pretty
actual
long.
hand. Yeah,
it's pretty long.
Yeah.
I asked the clerk, so where'd you get this cloak? Or where'd you get this clothing?
That one, I'm actually not sure. I think that might have been one of my dad's things. I've seen it around before. I think it changes colors and such according to your whim. I think some of the clothing and like the actual fabric itself will also rearrange. It can't create armor or anything like that, but it does. It looks really nice. It can make you blend into the area, not necessarily in the same way that the cloak can, but if you're in the desert and you're walking around and your color kind of matches that of the sand, it's harder to see you a little bit. Yeah, but also, for formal occasions, if you wanted to, it looks nice. Its utility is a little bit lower than the actual cloak itself, so it's not as expensive. This one's only 150 gold. And that's
Damn,
that's
your
with
dad
all,
had clothes for worth 150 gold.
that's with all the all the discounts applied. This thing was originally worth about 450.
Okay, so this is not armor.
It is not armor. However, it changes shape. Like it could change from a dress shirt into like a full set of like a full dress into a bunch of any clothes that are not armor. It can transform into.
Yeah. Is it like worn outside of the armor or under?
It's worn. You can either wear it under or above. It's entirely up to you. It does seem to be able to be worn with armor though. So yeah.
Okay, sure, YOLO.
I mean, sure. So,
Mhm.
I guess
How
we'll
much was it?
how about the sorting?
It is 150 specifically for those clothes. And you could just
Any discounts for
that is with the discount. It was 450
Oh, okay,
before.
Okay, sure.
She essentially, like you can just put in your inventory a new set of like duplicate your normal clothes and then just change it to shape-shifting clothes.
I don't have clothes.
Oh my
I just have
God.
armor.
Bro's naked.
Yo, who else even has clothes? Let's be honest.
Bro's fucking naked.
Ain't nobody else have clothes, man. Don't fucking.
Zane, you don't even
Fucking throw
wear.
me under
Do
them.
you wear armor? You do wear armor. Oh right, as a
Yeah,
rogue you get.
leather armor.
Let's see. I think you have clothes. Oh, you actually don't have clothes. Okay, well here.
Well, I guess
Guys,
now that
I'm
you mention
naked.
it, I don't really have
Thanks for
clothes either.
staring up.
Guys, put on some fucking clothes.
I don't know how.
Here, you now have clothes.
Common clothes.
They are now
I have
equipped.
2 common clothes.
I will change it so that you have one. I'm going to duplicate it so that you, and then I'm going to name this the shape shifting clothes. They can change shape and can change color. This can be done 3 times a day. There you go.
Thank you. I'm no longer naked.
He is no longer naked. Boom.
Y'all been enjoying things for free, haven't you?
Let's just say the armor covered everything that was important.
Sad.
I'm no longer naked. Turns it into fishnet.
Oh,
Full
you
body
know.
fishnet.
Hey, I'm not gonna stop you. But yeah, there is also the dagger. As for you, Gardner, you do spot the dagger as well. However, you also spot what appears to be like a large maul, a 2-handed maul, that is just currently propped up to the side of the actual room.
Is it also magical? Can I try phrasing it? Like, what's special about
it? It is
the
100% magical. You glance at it, and there's runes that are lightly glowing that are carved into it.
Interesting.
You,
I guess we
you,
should
you don't
start
know
up.
what it does. However, it is
Mhm.
definitely magical.
So yes. So shopkeep, what's this? What's this glowy thing here?
She kind of looks at you. Oh, come on, I have a name. My name's Cater.
Time to cater to him.
Shopkeep. Come on, that's rude. I mean, it's fair. I am the shopkeeper, but come on.
I mean, it's
But yeah, this is oh gosh, I can't remember. I think it's a flame maul. Like it does extra fire damage when you swing it. Here, let me try it. And she kind of picks it up, kind of, and then you realize she's probably far too small to actually use this thing. She puts it over her shoulder, and she's like, "Okay, nope, never mind." Oh, and she like completely falls over
I'll try to
backward.
help, I guess.
Okay,
Like before she.
yeah, you managed to
stumbles.
grab onto it. What's your strength mod?
Let me see.
Oh god. Don't die.
It's 15. It's 15 plus 2 plus 2.
Okay, yeah, you managed to grab it with relative ease, and you kind of like grab it with your 2 hands and kind of take it off of her. She's like, sorry, oh gosh, I'm not as strong as I look. She does not look very strong. She is like thin like a twig.
Good joke.
She's like, but yeah, I mean, it's decent. It's a maul. You can swing it around. Do you want to try it? Actually, don't try it in here. You might set something important on fire.
Sure.
I don't really have a space you could try it. Here. She kind of like grabs one of the tables and just begins to move it out of the way. It takes a little bit. Like, you see her desperately struggling. She is not a strong woman. She grabs the table, kind of moves a bunch of shit out of the way, opens up a little bit of a space for you. Okay, try now. Please don't hit anything.
All right, I guess I'll just pick it up and swing it.
Okay, I'm going to put it into your inventory. Well, I'm going to put a normal maul into your inventory.
Sure.
And then you can just swing that. Give me an attack roll with your maul.
Sure. Let's see.
Oh, buddy.
No.
His luck has run out.
Sure.
Okay.
Unfortunate.
This is not good. Okay. Well. Hey, Garner. How much health do you have?
I have 15. I'm max health.
Okay.
Right now.
You kind of
As of
grab
right now.
onto it, and you're like, okay, this heft it's pretty hefty. Like, it's not a light hammer per any say. You give it a few like test swings in the air, and you're like, it feels fine, but it's not really sparking or emitting any fire like she says. So you actually swing it a little bit hard, and then you realize, oh, I've swung it too hard. Oh shit, I've swung it too hard. It actually like falls out of your hand, hits the wall right beside you, and then bounces back, slams you in the head. And all of you watch as Gardner kind of gets hit in the forehead. You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god!
Sure. All right.
I
guess.
Additionally, it did light on fire. So you
It's
take
head on
another
fire?
you take another 6 fire damage. Are you resistant to fire damage? You are, right? As a tiefling?
I think so.
I think
don't
you
know.
only take 3.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I am resistant to fire.
The rest of you look at him. He has a cracked open forehead. Like the top of his forehead is just bleeding profusely. And there is this black
Jesus.
char mark right beside the actual wound itself.
At
like,
least the bleeding
surrounding
stopped.
The bleeding, it's like bleeding underneath the char. It's not a
How's
good
that
look.
work?
And you could smell the bits of like blood and slightly cooked meat.
I like snag it out of his hand like a dad taking away a knife from his toddler.
Yep.
Like, stop that! What's wrong with you?
You see her. Oh my god, are you okay?
Does he look okay? What's going
Does he
on?
look okay? You almost died.
Do I have something for this? Oh, I do have something for this. Hold up. And she kind of like rummages through a pile, pulls up what appears to be like a small chest. I've got a few potions in here if you wanted to take a look. I will, you know what? You did hurt yourself. However, I feel really bad, so I'm going to give you one of these for free. She gives you a health potion for free.
I just chug it, I guess.
Yeah, roll me 2d4 plus 2.
But please don't sue me, health potion.
2d4 plus 2. Okay, so you heal for 10 HP.
Sure.
Damn, man, Max rolled.
Damn,
Sheesh.
Max rolled.
Yeah, you take the health potion and you're like, whew, that was really good. The rest of you watch as whatever bleeding or char mark or like concussion or something that he would have had is mostly gone. You kind of like wipe away the blood, the sweat, and the kind of like mark. And it looks like the wound has mostly closed over itself. There's like a bit of a scar or a mark left on the top of your forehead. But for the most part, you're okay. However, the kind of like slightly burnt sides of your hair, still there.
Sure, I mean that's good enough.
Okay.
How much does the face? I guess
That's
it is.
That one's free. I have a few more if you'd like to buy more. She kind of opens up the chest proper, and you can see that there is like 3 more health potions inside. There's 2 normal-sized ones, and then there's 1 larger one.
I would love to buy some.
Me too.
Yeah, so these are the normal ones. The normal ones with the discount would be 25 gold each. They're originally 50. And this is the larger one. This one's a little bit more expensive. I'm sure you could afford it if you could afford a cloak. So this is a total of a 125. With the discount, it's 125. It was originally 250.
I'll take 3 regular ones.
I only have 2. Sorry.
Oh, well, I'll
Yeah.
take 2 regular ones.
I have the big one left.
How big?
It's bigger.
Can you split it in half and I'll buy the 2 of those?
It's a singular potion. It's not physically bigger. It just heals more.
Shit.
Like it's a more potent.
How
brew.
much?
It's 125.
How much does it heal?
Oh, out of game, it heals 4d4 plus 4. It's a greater
4d4
healing.
plus 4?
Oh,
Yeah, it's a greater
twice
healing
as much.
potion. Yeah.
It's twice. What's the cost of the smaller one?
The cost of the smaller ones were 50, reduced to 25.
Yeah. What is this one?
This one is 250, reduced to 125.
Oh. And it's this math does not add up.
We could split the cost on the big ones.
The reason why it costs so much more is because of the action economy that it allows you to do. You get to heal way more with a single bonus action instead of having to use 2 actions or 2 bonus actions to do it.
Oh, really? It's just one
Yeah,
action?
it's 1 potion versus you having to drink 2 potions.
Okay, it's okay. I'll just buy it. 125.
Sorry, I think it's 44 plus 8. No, 44 plus 4. I'll have to double check.
44 plus 4.
Where's my fucking notes in regards to potion prices?
Oh, I love spending money.
We do love spending money.
Love it.
Is it in this folder? It is.
It is absolutely.
Sorry, let me double check.
Oh,
no, actually, sorry. It should be 100 gold reduced to 50 gold. Wait, no, that's not right. It's 125 gold reduced to 67 gold.
oh,
It's much better.
67.
Yeah, 67 gold. She's just gonna call it like a flat 65.
Free money.
Yeah, potion of greater healing.
Math.
Mhm.
Okay. All good. I'm good.
Here,
Put the potion.
I'm gonna give Gardner my other potion.
I mean, it's
From
fine. We
before.
have I could just use my action, right? It's fine.
No.
I think
Here. Like,
show
I
me
don't even know if this one works because the previous one I tried didn't work either. So if this one works, you get healed up just a little bit more than you need to, and if not, then that's okay. Nothing was lost.
I'll put it in your inventory for you, Zen.
Thank you. Thank you, Dad.
I got you. Okay, give me 1 moment. That's the normal healing potion. I'm going to change it to a greater healing potion.
Great.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you.
Should be all good now. This is priced 125.
Okay. I'm good. My shopping is done.
I'm good too.
I guess. Have we finished helping her sort the items yet? Is it?
I'll say that the rest of the 2 hours is done with all of you guys assisting her and sorting the rest of her shop out.
Sure.
And honestly, it doesn't look like there's too much else that's very interesting inside of her shop. Like, there's a few things, sure, but nothing that really catches your attention more than it would have before. But yeah. And eventually she finishes up. You help her finish. Oh, this is really nice. My shop looks wonderful. Now I have to go and hide the really expensive stuff again. Thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate you guys. If you guys wanted to come back, please feel free to. I mean, maybe I'll be able to find some stuff in like the random bags and containers I've got scattered around. Might be something else cool.
Namaste.
I don't know what that means, but sure. Bye.
Well, bye-bye.
Momentai.
Yeah, that one. Sure.
Oh.
But yeah, you guys managed to acquire some potions and some other stuff. Make sure you have it in your inventory.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've been chilling. Now that your shopping is kind of done, the time moves on to just about 12. I'm guessing you guys are heading to the main venue at the actual castle itself.
Let's do it.
Yes.
All right. And so you depart for the actual castle itself. Tiani, how much longer do you have?
I was just gonna say I'm gonna head out.
God damn it. Okay.
Fine.
Now,
Yeah.
the question is, do the rest of you want to continue without him? Or would you like to...
Yeah, no, you guys should go. Continue.
I mean,
I'm willing to continue. If unless we're going to run into a big combat, then I think we should stop if we do.
Not a... Well, I feel like it's... I feel like that's cheating, you know? Because... then I'd have to tell you if there's a big combat coming up. No, they're nothing like that. So you guys should be fine, in theory.
sure, let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
You know.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you for coming. Hopefully, next time we can start a little bit earlier so we can get you to, participate a bit more.
Yes, that'll be wonderful. Okay, see you guys next week.
Have a good night.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Give me uno momento. I am going to go get a drink of water because my lips are dry.
Water doesn't help with your lips dry.
Well, my throat, okay?
Maybe you should clarify.
I'll clarify your throat.
I mean, it could help if you just haven't
Holy
drank
shit.
anything all day and you're just fucking dehydrated.
True.
If you just turn it into a raisin, maybe the water will help.
Asian don't raisin.
Oh.
You
Yeah,
think
let
Jake
me-
will get mad if I press the level up button?
You might.
Maybe.
Ho, 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 ho.
I'm dropping. I finished those fucking Pokemans
Oh,
I was working on last week. The starters.
Oh, shit.
Sheesh. Okay. I'm back. Don't level up, you pussy.
You heard me? What the fuck?
I have
No.
my headphones on. My headphones are wireless.
Oh, you're lost.
Oh.
Damn, what is that? Cofriery.
Go freer.
Big ass snail.
Caracol. Fumacol. Coffrier.
I do like it. It's very nice. Very beautiful. Well done. But yeah, back to the game. Back to what we were doing. Let's see. But yeah, as the actual hour kind of closes in with the celebration, all of you see that a lot of people actually kind of come out of their homes as the time approaches. As it approaches like kind of the noon time, as most of you are heading towards the actual castle itself, you also see like a retinue of other people following. As you're kind of approaching the actual castle itself, you can see the exterior walls of the castle, which you had entered previously to kind of be teleported up to the top of the castle. You can see that the exterior has like this large platform that's been kind of erected over the actual ramparts. And like, oh, excuse me, sorry. And as of currently, you see piles and piles of gold and other items that are just currently piled up on this massive platform. And it is probably more riches than you've seen ever. However, something strikes you as odd. All of you give me a general intelligence check. Actually,
Very,
all of you, give me a
very smart.
perception check specifically. Give me a perception check.
Perception check.
Mhm.
Oh,
God.
Ooh.
Okay, Fuguri.
oh my
Okay, Zane.
God, let's go.
Zane's got them fucking ass. Okay, that's very, very good. Let's see. Fenjor, Gardner, you're not really sure what's wrong. You're not really sure what this feeling that you're getting is. Like, you know something's odd. But you just can't put your finger on exactly what it might be at that very moment. However, Fulgor, Zane, the two of you realize very quickly that there's a lot of people in this city. Even if everybody in the city had given 1 gold piece, and only 1 gold piece, there would be a bigger pile than this. Like, this pile is tiny in comparison to how many people there are in the actual city itself, which is so weird. You do see there is like this large kind of square, probably nearly 150 feet long, that is opened up, and you can see that it's been like fenced off for the most part. You're not entirely sure why, but like, it's just this large pile of gold sitting on a large platform on the walls up above. Like, the walls themselves are like 30-40 feet high, so you can only really see the top and like top half of it. But you realize that Zane, just doing some very quick math in your head,
Yep.
the amount of gold and money and just jewels, random shit, payment, things that would be here in this pile if everybody in the city had given 40%, with the assumption that they were all like not terribly off, that pile of gold would fill like 1,000-foot theater easy. Like 1,000-foot by 1,000-foot area easy. But this pile is tiny. There's maybe
Who the hell's not paying their taxes?
20% of what you expect for the total to be. Maybe even 10%. And Fulgor, you get very much the same feeling, though you don't get the exact percentages.
And maybe this is why their big bad dragon man needed all those fancy foods. Probably gonna be pissed when he sees that.
And as you're kind of glancing forward, you see the actual castle gates open. Right as the clock kind of hits 12:30, you can see that the procession of people begin to kind of a procession of people begin to kind of erupt out of the actual interior of the castle, and you can see hundreds of servants begin to set up this multitude of a feast, this giant set of circular tables that are layered. So there's like a small circle in the center, a larger circle in the outside, and then another larger circle on the outside, and you can see that there's just this vast array of food that is currently being brought out, and it is a feast. It is beautiful, and by the gods, it smells amazing. At this current moment, all of you guys just standing near the edges of this crowd, kind of pushing your way in, trying to get your as much of a look as possible. Like, there is thousands, maybe even tens of hundreds of thousands of people in this area currently kind of gathered, trying to take a look at the center, trying to look at this area, trying to determine and see all of this stuff that's going on. You do see that the edge of this like large square of where you guys currently find yourselves has buildings, and there are a lot of people kind of on the balconies and the variety of things, but the rooftops are for the most part empty. And you realize very much so that you're not going to be able to see very much unless you kind of make your way to a higher position, or perhaps find a better suited kind of area to stand in. Because currently, the crowd, they are all around you, and it is nearly impossible to see what's going on because you saw the people kind of walk in, shuffle in, and begin to like place down these tables with this food and all this stuff on top, and now all of a sudden there's too many people and you can't see shit. So what would you like to do?
Let's start parkouring the shit.
Is that what you would like to do?
I gotta get a great view.
Is there anyone in the crowd that we recognize? Is there anything like familiar faces?
Give me a perception check.
We should climb and then look. We will get advantage.
Damn.
He doesn't need advantage.
What the fuck?
Holy crap!
I'm also going to look out to see if I recognize anyone.
Sure, go for
I'm
it.
going to get a 20.
Yeah. It's close. You kind of find a small stool that's been knocked over and like a bunch of barrels. You and the rest of you watch Gardner just kind of like hop on top of the stool, jump on top of the barrels, and kind of glance around. And in that brief moment, for briefest of sights, you do catch what appears to be a man, fairly large, fairly wide, fairly tall, that seems to be almost blending directly into the crowd. And you realize very much so that he shouldn't be blending into the crowd. He should be a lot more suspicious. One, he's massive. And two, he has like a golden snout kind of coming out the front of his cloak.
Dragon, huh?
Scale,
Do I know anything?
like dragons, yes.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, not golden, green. It is a green snout.
Interesting. Do we, like, is there, like, do I know what kind of dragon have green snouts? Is this a dragon that people should know?
Give me a nature check. You are aware, very much so, that Lord Darayon is a green dragon.
Interesting.
Lord.
Like,
Huh.
I don't want to
Chase this man.
Do you think we should just go to him directly? Like I guess I tell the party that I found Lord Drayan. He's right there. Like, should we not congratulate Lord of the Hour? You know? What do you guys think?
Darayon, the actual dragon itself, is green, and the majority of people refer to them as Lord Darayon.
Oh, okay, sure.
It's not a person.
Sure.
I mean, you could. I'm not going to say no, but...
I mean, is he up to anything shifty? Like, is it like what does it look like he's doing? Can I track his movements? Like, what is he doing in this party?
From the best that you could tell, they're currently just like standing very still, leaning against a wall, and like surprisingly, no one is paying him any attention, which is very strange because you kind of look back to the group to tell them a little bit before you look back, and it takes you like a solid 30 seconds to find him again, even though you know for a fact he doesn't move.
Interesting. Huh.
Strange indeed.
I'm gonna like punch my chest real quick, kind of pump myself up, breathe in, and start strutting toward him.
I guess I'm following forward.
Okay. I'm assuming that Gardner, you told everybody else about him, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Give me a perception check, Fulgor.
Perception.
Perception.
Nice.
You kind of walk around. You walk towards the area where you know the building, you know the area, you know exactly which corner. And as you're kind of like looking at the corner, your mind almost seems to kind of like shift and fade before you kind of blink open and you realize you're not even facing the corner anymore. You're facing something else. Like, what? What's going on? You turn around, and this time you do manage to see him. And it is this monstrously tall figure, probably 8.5, almost 9 feet tall, leaning against the actual wall itself, easily like 2-3 heads taller than every single other person around. And you can see that no one else is paying them any sort of attention. no one even seems to know that they're there. Even the people that are kind of like bumping against him, moving against him, they don't seem to notice him. Which is very, very strange.
Interesting.
Huh. I'm going to approach him.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Give me a
quite
wisdom
like
saving
going
throw.
up like. Oh,
Huh.
oh, okay.
Oh.
Wisdom save.
Mm-hmm. As you go to approach him, you take like 2 steps forward and you kind of like blink and you're like, the rest of you watch as Fulgor just steps forward and you just see him turn around on the spot and look back at all of you and then look very confused. Oh,
guess
actually,
I'll try approaching.
Fulgor, you would actually have advantage on these.
Oh. Okay, I have advantage on it. Once.
So you could just roll your wisdom saving throw again. Just as a flat.
Yes.
Oh, no, never mind. Didn't matter.
Never mind.
But yeah, the same thing happens. He looks very confused.
I guess I'll try approaching
All right.
the Lord.
Same thing. Wisdom saving throw.
Wait, do I have advantage? Wait, no.
No, you don't have advantage.
Damn.
Ooh, that's not a saving throw. That's a ability check.
Oh, sorry. It should be.
Is your modifier the same?
It's higher.
Oh, is it higher than 20?
It's exactly 20. It's +4.
Well, the DC is not that high, but you kind of walk forward and you force your eyes to lock with his, and as you kind of step forward, he takes notice of your presence, and you see the snout kind of slowly shift towards you.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden,
What is-
all the sound, all the music, all the fanfare, and everything else around you fades, and in your ears you hear, "What do you want?" The rest of you watch as Gardner freezes, like his eyes go stock still, his entire body stops moving.
I'm merely greeting the Lord. What is such a high being doing here on the side of the party?
Give me a persuasion check.
All right.
He kind of looks at you. The Lord will be here soon. I am but his apostle. Now turn around. I never existed. And, you know what? As a special treat, just for you, I would leave now. And the rest of you see him like kind of like shake himself out of the stupor before kind of glancing back around. Everything's fine. However, as you glance back towards the corner where he was leaning, he's not there anymore.
Interesting.
Jeez.
He is quite the character, huh? We're back at the party.
You kind of blink your eyes, your head hurts, but it's not like a really bad pain, it just hurts a little bit.
Interesting.
Fulgor's like looking around him like, where the hells did he go? I needed to talk to that man.
Maybe it's best that we didn't talk to him after all, I suppose.
Maybe we
I got
shouldn't mess with the Dragon Lord.
I've got important business that I'm pretty damn sure that only one of them can give me some help with.
You see like an older gentleman beside you. Sorry, what are you talking about? Do you mean me? Do you need my help?
I don't need you, scrawny.
Well, I'm not that skinny. Come on. He kind of looks around. Okay, maybe I did lose some weight, but he goes back to his business. What are the rest of you doing? You guys are currently in this crowd, and well, you've been given some advice, Gardner.
Let's see. Hmm. Where's the celebratory drinks? You know, where we are the victors, right? Where's our introduction? You know, aren't we supposed to be heart of the party, heart of the?
Yeah, part of the party. You're pretty sure that this party isn't for you. This party is specifically for the receipt of Darion's descent and a delivery of gifts to him.
Is the Raja in the room?
Sorry?
Is the Raja in the room?
You're not in a room. You guys are in a large square outside of the castle walls.
Oh, sorry. Well, is he in the vicinity?
Give me a perception check.
All right. Oh,
You do see the Raja. He is nowhere near you, unfortunately. However, you do see him near the actual pile of treasure that is on top of the castle walls.
Okay.
You see him near it, and just kind of like standing there. And from this distance, it's a little bit hard to tell, but he looks nervous.
damn.
Is he within like?
He is like 800 feet away.
Oh, he's very far away.
Like
Okay.
very far away. Or probably not 800 feet. Probably more like 200, 250 feet.
But like on the opposite side of the square,
Yeah,
kind of.
other side of the square,
Okay.
on top of the battlements, with the pile of treasure.
Okay, and we are below that.
Yes, you guys are on the other side of the square, near the actual entrance of the square, and like kind of standing beside the buildings that would have let you into the buildings that make up the edge of the square.
Okay.
I don't know, guys. Feel like we should run.
Run to where?
I don't know. We're in a square. Let's just start climbing shit.
I mean, you're in the middle of a city. You could just, go into the city proper or just leave.
I want to see it, but at a safe vicinity.
Yeah, maybe we should get away from like the middle and get towards the edge.
Sure.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting a little suspicious
Yeah,
of all of
I'm gonna
this.
start making my way. Fuck that.
Probably best we don't get mixed up with the appetizers.
Sure.
As you guys are kind of
I guess
like
let's head.
heading off to the side. Sorry, go ahead.
Maybe we head towards the like, because the thing is, it's like where has the rest gone, right? If it's only 10%, I guess maybe there are people who can answer these questions, But yeah,
Or maybe it's 10% and we're all gonna die.
Sure, let's start heading out. Let's start heading back to the city.
All right, you
But
guys
I don't
begin
wanna go to the
walking.
city.
Sorry,
I want us just be on the outside of this area.
you are
Yeah.
already near the edges. Like you're already
Okay.
at the edge of the square. Like if you leave anymore, you'll be behind the buildings and be unable to actually see what's going on.
Okay.
You could go
Then
further.
I'm-
There are other places within the city that could easily probably see the square because it's such a large square. There are tall buildings that are like relatively far away, like blocks and blocks away that you would have to climb up, or either kind of like hop up onto like clock towers or go onto the top of the church's spires and things like that. Like you could get onto locations where you could see from much further away. However,
Okay.
obviously it would require a little bit of time. And you can see that the festivities seems to already be starting. Like the actual music that seems to be playing
Yeah.
from the other side is very, very loud. And they're kind of like crescendoing. And it seems that whatever food that had been delivered, a lot of people are going, woo, whoa, woo. There's like one person that literally goes, is that a fucking Drake? Holy shit! That's cool!
All right, I'm gonna start sprinting.
Well, sprinting where? Are you leaving or are you like getting
Get a high
closer?
ground.
Where specifically? Like what kind of high ground? Are you looking for there is a church nearby. It's about 5 blocks away, and there is what appears to be like another tower, and that one's probably about 10 blocks away.
Run to the church.
Okay. And honestly, it's relatively easy. Not a lot of people kind of like fight you, mainly for the fact that all of you are going, well, the wrong direction.
Hey, y'all don't have to go. I'ma just go.
No, I'll stick to the edge of the square.
I'm gonna get a good view of this dragon.
Okay. So we have. Is it just you that's going over there? Is it just Zane? Everybody else is staying?
I guess I'll follow Zane. I'd see maybe you see more. See a little more of the dragon.
Okay. So we have Zane and Gardner leaving. Fulgor?
I kind of want to stay in the general vicinity, just kind of be as close as I can to be able to see from this area. Just like if at a moment's notice I need to, I could run into an alley.
Yeah. I'm guessing Fendror, you're doing the same thing with Fulgor.
Basically, I'm sticking to the perimeter, but still near enough so I can see everything inside the square.
Gotcha. Okay. The two of you, give me just a perception check just to see if you could find a decent spot. As for the two that are kind of like moving away, why don't the two of you give me a just athletics?
Sure.
Wait, was I supposed to do athletics?
Yeah, you were supposed to do athletics.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
No.
Ooh.
Bro, it's hot. The running's hard.
Fendror, Fulgor, the two of you managed to find like some pretty decent spots nearby. You managed to kind of like find a few wooden crates that are abandoned. You stack them up on top of each other and lean them up near where an alley is, close enough to the square that you can still see, that you have a pretty good view, but also far enough away that you're like, if something happens in the square, you could very easily run away. And as the two of you kind of climb up, you do see that the Drake is presented as like this big centerpiece. And portions of its body had been kind of like, it's been cooked in such a way that the damage that it had already incurred is not present in this finalized finished dish. Instead, it's beautiful. But holy shit, it's fucking massive, sitting in this center of the square as its centerpiece. And as of this currently, you can see what appears to be like a very slender woman, you're not entirely sure, that seems to be like slowly skirting around the edges of the square by themselves, just a singular person. They're wearing this like long flowing green robe, and you can see that they're just kind of like, going about slowly tasting some of the food. And at some points when you're glancing forward, you do see that they like literally pick up an entire pig, open and unhinge their jaw, and swallow the entire pig. Fulgor, you would know that this is probably relatively normal. Give me a nature check, actually.
Nature check.
Yes, sir. Nope, never mind.
That's a weird lady.
It's a very weird man, lady, something. They're doing something, and it's fucking weird. Yeah. Wow. Strange. Not entirely sure what's going on. But, for the other two, Zane, Gardner, the two of you, as you're kind of like strolling up, it's a little difficult getting up the tower of the church. There's no one inside, so luckily you get in with absolutely no issues. The issue is, actually getting to the top, because about halfway, Zane, you are huffing and puffing. This tower is way taller than you thought it was going to be. And you're like,
man, why the fuck is this tower a difficult situation?
You kind of lean over the edge of the balcony, like the edge of the stairs, and you kind of look up and you realize this tower is actually fucking tall as shit. And you see currently Gardner almost all the way up, currently standing, looking out what appears to be a small window towards the square. And Gardner, give me a perception check.
Sure.
Yeah, you see very much the same thing, and you also see their jaw unhinge, and fuck, it's weird. But, you know, they skip some dishes, they grab some others, and you also realize that they're wearing, like, these beautiful bits of, just so much fucking jewelry around both of their arms. Initially, you had thought they had, like, golden sleeves that were a part of their clothes, but no, those are actually just pieces of jewelry they've attached to themselves all across both of their arms.
Interesting. And I would know that this, like, the unhinging of the jaw is, like, very, like...
Very strange?
Natural.
Yes. No, this is horribly unnatural. Like, not even a little bit unnatural. That shit's fucked. What the hell was that?
Do I have any insight as to
Yeah,
who
sure.
or what?
You can give me a nature check as well.
Sure. Never mind. I guess I am still in the dark.
No clue. I mean, it fucking looks weird as shit. Whatever it is that this being, this girl, this man, something is doing, it's got nothing with anything that you know. But eventually, you do make it up to the top, and kind of glancing towards the actual area itself, you hear and begin hearing what it sounds like an announcement, and you hear the Raja begin to talk. Unfortunately, you're a little bit further away, and you can't really make out what he's saying. And the same thing is for you, Zane, is especially since you're inside of the actual tower itself, the sounds of the crowd and everybody else is too loud, and unfortunately, it just kind of like drowns out whatever the Raja is saying. Fulgor and Fedor, the two of you being a little bit closer, you can hear that whatever magical kind of like apparatus is powering his voice, it is loud enough that it does make it all the way to you, and you can, you hear him give off this spiel about, oh, we were doing all these wonderful things to you to appease you, Dorian. We've brought such great treasures, these beauties and this toys and like these variety of like meals for your enjoyment. And where you would expect like fanfare, cheering from the people, a lot of them are just like talking amongst themselves. They're not doing any of that, which is, probably not too strange. But give me a perception check. Both of you who are close.
Yes.
Yeah. So Fenjor, you do overhear bits of conversation between some of the other people who are all like loudly talking. And like before, they were all kind of cheering, talking, enjoying the atmosphere. Now, all of a sudden, it feels like there's a little bit of a turnaround. For some reason, a lot of the people seem almost nervous. It's very, very strange. Especially because of what the people are actually saying. You hear someone say, isn't she supposed to reply back? This is like a ceremony, right? She replied back last time. Yeah, she did. Why is she not doing it now? What's going on? Why is the speech so weird? What do you mean weird? Isn't this how he sounds all the time? Oh, sorry. The music is sorry.
Holy shit. That hit me so loud.
My bad. I did shift the music, but sorry, I didn't mean to deafen you.
I got fucking jump scared.
Holy crap.
The guy talking just kind of like, this is weird, right? No, this is really fucking strange. Should we leave? No. The Russians got this under control. He's fine. He's done this like at least 3-4 times before, right? Yeah, I think so, but I mean, doesn't it feel a little weird? It feels a little weird. It does feel a little weird. Why does it feel so weird? And you hear a lot of people just kind of like talking amongst themselves, talking about how, the Raja is like some of his words aren't matching up with like the usual script, at least not how it happened a few years ago. You hear how Dorian is kind of like, they've been completely silent since they've arrived, which is not usually how they do it. Like, they're usually very loud, raucous. they laugh, they joke, and they kind of like intimidate the crowd as a part of the show. But currently, they haven't said a single word. And you also hear from the other side, Darian looks pissed. Should we leave? Yeah, I'm gonna leave. You do see like small crowds, small groups begin to leave, and as soon as one of them kind of like steps out of the actual square itself, you two, given that you have a relatively decent viewpoint, you see Darian kind of raise their heads. Their hand goes up, and they snap their fingers before a large blast of fire seems to erupt at the edge of the actual circle itself. The music stops. The people start screaming almost instantly. The Raja himself, as you're kind of trying to glance towards where he is, you don't see him at this current moment. And instead, you see Darian begin to float in the air. Their hand coming slowly down from above their head as they float higher and higher, 10 feet, 20 feet, now 30 feet above the actual air itself. You see they stop about 60 or so feet up. The two of you also in the distance can see this. There's this wall of fire that seems to have erupted just outside of the actual main square itself, just behind where everybody else seems to have been kind of situated at this current moment. And as you're glancing, you get very nervous because, this is very not normal. And you hear, for so many years, I've been kind. For so many years, I have been good. For so many years, I have been merciful. When you had provided me the correct goods, the correct... This rage, it rips me to rips me to shreds. And... oh, dear Raja, you've condemned your people. And she slowly turns away from the treasure pile, looks towards the rest of all of you, and says, "Now, entertain me, or I will burn this city to the ground." She snaps her fingers, and you can see the center of the actual square explodes. I need the two of you who are still there. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, I'm actually good at that.
Don't jinx yourself. Holy shit.
You did good. Fenjor. Ooh.
Oh, that was an
Luckily,
check.
you guys are right beside cover, and the two of you, Fulgor, you managed to get behind the cover completely, so you take 0 damage. However, Fenjor, you are not so lucky, and you get your legs burnt a little bit as the central fire explosion kind of goes out. You take 6 points of fire damage.
Oh no.
And you hear screaming as the entire square full of people, almost every single one of them is vaporized instantly, and the rest of the city begins to panic. What do you do?
Damn, nice action, bro.
I am going to stand up, and Fenjor probably sees, despite the dire circumstances, Fulgor is like grinning ear to ear and like breathing really heavily. He's like, "Yes, she's beautiful. What a specimen."
Blame your Raja, for he has stolen my treasures, my food, and now he deems to try and steal more. So run, scatter, and hide, because until my rage is quenched, I will keep killing and you hear what is the equivalent of an earthquake in the center of the square as something massive now stands in the center of the square. As you glance over the edge of this building, you realize that the massive, full form of a dragon now sits within this square proper. Let me give you the picture.
Oh, it's the same dragons before.
Did I show you this picture
Bad.
before?
You did actually.
Oh,
I think so. It was like the portrait on the ceiling
yes.
of the
Right.
throne room or something.
Yes. So you guys did see this before. Okay. Good. And here, boom. I will add it to your list of Sky Monarchs. You will not be able to see any other details about them. However, you will be able to see that they exist. Terrifyingly so.
Now,
And
what did she say about the Raja? Did she say take the Raja or something?
no, she said the Raja has taken from me.
Attack the
Oh.
Raja.
I thought she was asking me to kill the Raja. I was gonna do it.
No. She had basically said that the Raja has stolen from me, and now he has essentially condemned all of you.
Still kind of want to kill the Raja.
I mean, if you can find him.
I mean, we saw him before. Is he still in sight?
Give me a perception check, as the two of you are at the edge of the square. And as of this current moment, you are the only people who are still alive, except for one other person. The two of you glance forward and see walking out of this fire is the large hooded figure that you had seen previously. The
Oh shit.
Dragonborn. They kind of stand at the entrance of the alley where you currently are, look at the two of you. Your two friends heeded my warning. You should have listened as well. He continues walking down the street, and as you kind of like glance towards his back, you look and you see him literally just like anybody that's still alive, he grabs them by the back of the head and just smashes their skull in. Before he continues to casually continue down the street.
But he's not walking towards us.
No. He like completely he didn't ignore you, but he kind of like just didn't care all that much about you.
Okay.
Sort of intense.
But the two of you are sweating.
Fenjor.
Fulgore, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
What a show, though! I mean, come on! How often are you gonna see something like this?
I don't want to be an actor in this presentation, Fulgore.
If I still had my strength, I could have. Oh, damn it! We should probably leave. Although I hate it.
What's the deal with the flames surrounding the area?
As you kind of look,
Can we even leave?
as you're glancing over, you do see that the majority of the actual flames have died down. It's not impeding your way so much as there are patches of just fire everywhere. Like, you can leave. It's going to be a bit of an ass to navigate through everything, but you can leave.
Okay. I'm gonna grab Fulgore on the shoulder and be like, we're leaving right now.
Fine. I guess that's a smart thing to do.
I just give one final glance at the dragon.
Give me...
And just give it a slight bow.
Man, if you fuck this up, you're gonna die.
Give me a charisma check.
Charisma check.
You are pretty sure She doesn't even look your way.
It's fine.
Which,
Just
Like-
to be in her presence is enough.
Fenjor, you are very happy he didn't get fucking caught. Because she is currently just breathing fire down random paths and random alleys and just killing people fucking left and right. You're pretty sure she's killed well over 10,000 people in the last minute or so alone.
Lamau.
Jesus.
Has the
Right.
fire
After,
reached?
after the bow, I start running.
Yeah, very much so. I mean,
Fulgor, I'm gonna beat your ass. Go. Just go.
what? At what point did you guys try and leave the church?
I guess when we saw the fight, when we saw her snap, I guess like
Yeah, I feel like it's quite loud.
Okay. No, like it's
I'm
very
okay with
easy to
that.
see. Both of you were watching this entire thing go down. You're like, oh shit. The instant
That's-
she snapped, you would have left. Okay. Then you probably wouldn't have seen her full form emerge. Instead, yeah, you would have just started running. So the two of you, very easily, like deep into the actual proper city, but even in the distance, you could hear the explosions and the kind of like the fire come out, all of this various random shit, the screaming of people, the burning of buildings. It's very terrifying, horrifying, in fact. And as you guys kind of like get out to the actual street itself, you see in the far distance towards the actual square where you had just come from, the large dragonborn. They no longer seem to be hiding their presence, because the instant you got onto the street, you instantly saw them. And you realize, oh, he's just fucking torching people and just killing them. That's
Yeah.
terrifying. What would all of you like to do?
Alright.
What would the two of you like to do? Sorry.
All right, Gardner, do we distract them and run, or we just keep running?
I mean, I don't think he notices us. I say we just
Does he
look
notice
at.
us?
I mean, he's like a solid 200-300 feet away currently.
I
Yeah.
guess we run the opposite direction. We try to find a way out.
We can try to hide.
I feel like running's better, right? Like we should just
Run and hide.
All right, sure.
All right. As you guys kind of flow out into the streets, you see very much so that there are a lot of other people in the streets themselves as well. And all of them are running away from him, because he is literally picking people up and just drop kicking them into buildings. As he's getting a little bit closer, you do see that there is what appears to be like a few guards who run up to him and try to like stab him with their spears and shit. They don't even pierce his skin. His cloak, like the actual hood, comes down, and these green horns, kind of like curled like a goat's, go backwards, and you can see that he very much just kind of like casually picks them up and just fucking murders so many of them.
Damn.
But as the two of you begin to run, give me an athletics check. And
Ah.
as for the other two that are also running, also give me an athletics check.
Oh
Oh,
my
shit.
god. Not an athletic guy.
Okay. Fulgor, Fenjor, the two of
Damn
you,
these stubby legs.
the two of you are doing not terrible. Using like the variety of kind of areas all around, you do manage to securely make your way out of that area, and the two of you manage to find the actual church, taking a shortcut to be ahead of the guy who's fucking murdering people, the Dragonborn. And the two of you manage to bump into Zane and Gardner, and the four of you then begin to proceed away from the center of this area as fast as possible. So, from now on, we are beginning what is called a skill challenge. This
Oh boy.
is the challenge tracker. Essentially, what you need to do is that you need to succeed 4 times before you fail 4 times. The
If it's athletics, I'm dead.
This specifically is so like the way that I work with these challenge trackers is that they're all ability checks or attacks or saving throws and things like that. So you will tell me what you want to do in an attempt to actively escape this scene specifically. So this scene specifically, the objective is to get away alive, away from Dareon. Your
Yeah.
failure condition is if you fail your actual checks 4 times. It doesn't necessarily mean death. However, it does mean something bad will happen. So good luck. But if you do manage to succeed 4 times, you will manage to get away. How this happens is that each person will essentially tell me what they want to try and do, and whatever it is that they try and do, like what they'll do is that I'll ask them for a skill check, and I will tell them what the actual DC of that skill check is. What this means is that you get a chance to pick different skills that you get to use. If you or someone on your team has already succeeded with a certain skill check, you cannot use that skill again. So, say Fenjor is running away. He succeeds on an athletics check with a DC of 13. That is 1 green. However, no one else can do an athletics check anymore in the party. Does that make sense?
Oh.
For the rest
So
of
this
the thing?
tracker
For the
is
rest
for the
of
whole
this
party. It's
challenge.
It's a lockout.
Oh, and
Yes.
there's 4
So-
challenges? Or...
For the rest of this challenge, yes. So you have
So are
to.
challenges like team wide or is it personal?
It is team wide. This is a group
Oh,
thing.
Team skill
wait,
check.
so we're all doing something? Or we
You don't all
roll
have
4
to.
times?
You don't all have to. However, it would be best to kind of spread out your skills and your abilities so that you're not, making one person do all of it. Because if one
Correct.
person has to commit to all of them, they slowly start getting worse at it. Or I increase the DCs if one person's doing everything.
Okay, so it's kind of like a team.
It's a
Skill
team
check?
thing. Yeah, exactly. So you all fail together or you all succeed together.
All right,
Okay.
boys. Let's do this.
Okay.
The current objective
I
of
have-
this scene is to get away unscathed. Or relatively unscathed, So you will tell me that something that you want to do. So in this case, I'll give you guys an example. You could be like, okay, I'm going to spur everybody into running as fast as possible and kind of guide them down the correct paths. I would say, okay, that's cool. Let's do that. You could do that with a DC 14 survival check so that you can go down the correct paths and ensure that you guys are trying to go as speedily as possible. Or you could be like, oh, could I actually use athletics for that? I think, me just pushing people behind them would actually make more sense for me. And I could say, sure. And then instead you would make an athletics check, but I would also tell you that if the DC was different. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Yeah.
So essentially,
Yeah.
a skill challenge just requires you guys to succeed 4 times in the skill checks before you fail 4 times in the skill checks. So good luck. I
Fair
wish
enough.
you all the best, and don't die.
All right.
But all 4 of you.
I'm gonna take the lead.
Okay.
What?
I want to try and use acrobatics. I'm gonna pull out my whip and try to swing up like onto like a tent or like a tall cart or something,
Mm-hmm.
and see if I can like spot a path where less people are running, so we have less people to fucking run through.
Okay. I will say you can either use acrobatics or perception for this. The
Take
DC.
acrobatics. I just want to get as high as I
The
can.
DC is 14.
14.
All right, let's see it, baby.
Let's do it.
Fingers crossed.
Wow.
That is
That's with a +6.
1 failure.
Oh god. Okay.
As all of you kind of watch, you see Fulgor pull out his whip. You manage to snag your whip on top of what appears to be a pole, and you pull yourself up. You kind of rocket yourself against the side of this building, and your foot unfortunately slips. You fall, and the rest of you watch him crash face first into another cart. Before you pull yourself up, you're fine. However, you did just waste some time, unfortunately.
Damn it.
That is 1 failure. However, if you fail the skill check, the rest of you can continue trying that skill check. So because he failed his acrobatics check, it's not locked out.
Okay, I see.
Well, who has really good acrobatics?
I mean, we could try
I have
different
a plus
stuff, right? I
6.
guess everyone just used their most like. Yeah.
No, we can't. We have to use the same one, no? Or
Nope.
we have to come up
No,
with
you
another
can try
scenario.
different shit. Acrobatics just isn't locked out now.
Yeah.
So you can, if you want,
Yeah.
use
Okay.
acrobatics.
Everything is
But like,
open.
use your best stuff.
Okay.
Just think of a way
Wow.
to use your best stuff, right? If your best skill is like persuasion, you could be like, oh, I'm going to try and persuade the person beside me to tell, like, these people that we run into to tell me the best way out of here. Right? That could be something. Or like, oh, my survival check is really good. I'm going to try and, like, you know, determine which path is the best way for us to get the fuck out of here, or something like that.
Interesting. Okay, let's see. Can I see if I could deceive like people around us to like to make them run into the dragon and give us more time.
Oh, to slow him down.
Oh my god.
Holy shit!
You certainly can. However, this will be difficult to do because, well, you know, you're literally telling them to run to their deaths.
No, but like
They don't know.
I'm
He's deceiving
I'm
them.
like misleading them, right? I'm saying
Oh,
I'm
you're trying
saying,
to
like, go
mislead
that
them
way.
into like certain paths where they will encounter the thing. But
Yeah.
okay. You know what? It'll still be hard. It just
Sure.
okay. Sure. Give me a deception check. The DC is 16.
Damn.
Ooh, okay, sure. I will go for this.
I believe in you. Ooh.
Oh!
That is 2 failures. Unfortunately, as you
Okay.
try and begin to talk to some of these people around you, they realize very quickly, well, not all of them, but some of them realize that you're fucking lying to them and trying to get them to get themselves killed. Like, one of them literally runs up to you, fucking punches you on the side of the face, and then runs away. And just continuing his journey away from, like, the group. And you're like, ow, that fucking hurt, and you've wasted some time.
You know what? Fair.
All right, Logan, your turn.
You're lucky he didn't do more.
God. Okay. What was Fulgore trying to do? Just so that I understand that.
I wanted to
That's
like
part.
climb up somewhere high to try and spot a good way to escape.
Okay. I would like to attempt that as well, basically.
Okay. Did
I'd
you
like
want to use
climb up
acrobat?
onto a building, and I'd like to use acrobatics to do that.
Okay, sure. Give me an acrobatics check. The DC is still 14. Actually, since you're not using a whip to do it, the DC is 13.
Okay.
What? The whip added.
This Indiana
It did,
Jones
yes.
motherfucker.
I didn't want to say anything, but you know, it did. It did add to the DC.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that is 1 success. Congratulations. Fedjor, you managed to grab onto the side of the building. You kind of swing up Assassin's Creed style. You parkour yourself up a bunch of crates and variety of things. You manage to get to the top of the building, and you look around and you realize there is a few very viable paths that you could take that would actually get you away from this area with relative ease. And you kind of climb down, you rush over to the rest of the group, and you grab them and begin to push that way. And you've succeeded once. You will still need, however, 3 more successes before you guys are out of the fire. You are currently there is still fire all around you as all of you are rushing in the direction that Fenjor has kind of indicated to all of you.
Okay.
Interesting.
You guys need to continue making these checks. So, who's next?
I think. Huh.
I could go. YOLO.
All right.
What's the difference between like expertise? Do I just get advantage or no?
No, expertise means it doubles your proficiency bonus. So your proficiency bonus currently at level 1 is 2. So expertise
Okay.
gives you the ability to use 4 instead of 2 to your modifier.
Okay.
It's really good.
Can I use? Okay, while we're running, if there's any town folks, I'll be like, is there any secret tunnels or some little crevices within the alleys that we could do to cut through faster?
Okay, so you're trying to persuade them into telling you about secret passages and things like that.
Yep.
Okay, give me a persuasion check. The DC is going to be 14.
Oh. Yes.
Yeah.
Nice, that is 2
Nice.
successes. You kind of run up to a couple people very quickly. You're just kind of like, hey, is there a secret path or is there like a better path or is somewhere we can avoid this fucker? And like most of them are like, oh, I don't know, I'm just running by, fuck. but there is one that kind of like there's a little bit of a path. It's through an underground sewer. It's an entrance to the actual sewers themselves over there. And kind of indicates towards an actual sewer system. And he kind of like, as you head over to the actual sewer system, you jump down into it. You pull up like this metal grate and you kind of like jump down into it. The four of you see that this path is clear of fire, and it does make it a little bit easier to actually traverse the rest of the city. However, as you glance back towards the actual area where the dragon has resided, you can see that the interior of the sewers seems to also be filled with like just rubble and shit, as things are seemingly to be like being knocked down and broken, regardless of it being underground. So you continue moving, and you manage to kind of like get away from the immediate area a little bit easier. So you now have 2 successes. You still need 2 more. As you guys are traversing through the actual kind of like sewers themselves, eventually you emerge back up on the other side. And, well, it was a shortcut. You are now out of the areas where there are fire. But, you know, it's a fucking dragon. The dragon's literally hundreds of feet long. That fucker could find you anywhere in the city. And you can see that she started flying above the actual square itself. Glancing backwards, she is now doing like strafing runs.
I guess, can I try to use my disguise kit and try to like make us blend into the environment a little more? You know?
Oh, you're trying to potentially camouflage yourselves.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a stealth check. The DC will be, it'll be, let's say it's probably a little bit lower because they're so far away, but I'll say 13.
Do I get a bonus because I have a disguise kit, or is that
That gives you the ability to do it.
Sure. I guess I will try this. This is gonna. Ooh, okay.
Ooh, that is a success.
Oh.
You are 1 away
Oh
from
my God.
succeeding in the skill challenge. At that current moment, as you're kind of like, all of you basically pull PETA from, what is it, Hunger Games. And you just like slather a bunch of like mud, random like tree leaves, foliage, like bricks, mortar, things all over your bodies just to like try and blend in as much as possible. And honestly, you do it quickly enough and like decently enough that you do manage to kind of blend into the background, and you do move faster, and you actually avoid the attention of a lot of other people, and like they don't run into you, they don't kind of grab at you to yell at you to help them or anything like that. So you manage to successfully travel a little bit faster away from the center area. Now you're actually nearing the edges of the city, and you can see that you are currently very close to the area where you had recently started, near the beginning of the city. And as you're kind of like glancing towards the back alleys, you realize, one, the front alleys, like the front end of the actual city itself, is just kind of like, there's a lot of people running out of the city and out into the fields. You can see the walls in the distance, maybe like 400 or 500 feet away, and there's just like packs and packs of people screaming and running. And as soon as you kind of like get out to this area, you can see that she begins this large like slam into the actual castle itself, as the entire area all around all of you begin to shake. I need every single one of you to give me a strength saving throw. The DC is 13. If 3 or more of you fail, that is considered a failure.
Advantage?
Strength
No
saving throw.
advantage.
Wow.
Just a,
Oh,
that is a
Oh
failure.
my god!
Oh. Okay.
Luckily, Gardner,
wow.
you managed to stand still and kind of like tank this earthquake with relative ease. You kind of grab
can't we
onto a
use
side building.
acrobatics?
However, Fenjor, Zane, Fulgor, the 3 of you, unexpectedly, like this entire earthquake goes off, and all 3 of you fall over. And you realize, oh shit, that's not good. As a large amount of the actual buildings within Lentalis just fall over. You can see the rocky sandstone, unfortunately, probably isn't as stable as it could be. And glancing down towards the actual palace itself, which seems to have been made of like marble, stone, and these variety of other things, like half of the the actual outside of the large palace is fucking demolished. And currently the rest of it is falling as this stream of fire and acid is being spewed out of the mouth of Doraeon. And you could hear this loud rage and continue to hear it as she screams out, "Continue to run! Run, you little bugs! Die at my hand!" Just screaming, and it just echoes.
But
But
you have to be mad.
that is another failure. You have one more failure before you fail the scenario, and one more success before you succeed the scenario. What would any of you like to do? You are now nearing the edge of the city. All of you did fall over, or most of you did fall over. However, Gardner, you managed to stay up and you were doing okay. It's the edge of the city. You can almost see it. You can almost taste it.
Uh,
All right, who's got good stats?
if I were to just like full on like football sprint forward and just try and push people out of my way to get through the crowd, could I possibly roll athletics for that?
Yes, you certainly can. Trying to barrel
I don't-
people out of the way so that you have a path with you and your companions. Certainly. Give me an athletics check. The DC is going to be 15.
Oh my god.
God,
Oh,
It is a high DC.
G7.
please, if I can roll average, please.
average.
G7. Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Die, loaded die. No.
Loaded die.
Let's
True.
go.
True. He's got a fucking loaded die. No. All of you see Fulgor just kind of like grab all his equipment, tie it down to him. He just like curls his arms together and just fucking barrels down the main street. Straight towards the actual outside of the city, running straight out, running as fast as he possibly can, and just clearing out the way behind him. And honestly, he's really fast, and surprisingly, like, he actually does clear out the way. And he manages to do it in a fashion that doesn't actually knock anyone else over. In fact, it just kind of like forces everyone into a little bit more of like a proper formation. So people are now moving out of the city much faster than they were before because people were pushing and kind of shoving, and now they're just kind of like all following Fulgor. But yeah, with relative ease, Fulgor, you charge past the actual walls themselves, get out of the city proper, and glancing backwards, you see that the other 4 companions of yours also managed to get out of the city proper before glancing backwards, and you see Doraeon thousands of feet up in the air, her wings wide open, with one gigantic voice that the entirety of this region, probably all the way from the northern end of the fucking Greenlands, all the way down to Altarian, that could hear. And remember, my tribute is to be delivered properly next time. Before a large, almost meteor seems to descend from behind her. 1, 2, 3. Before these 3 meteors crash into the actual proper city of Lentalis, the entirety of the castle now a smoldering ruin. Another one sent into the actual port itself, and an explosion goes off, and the third one lands in smack dab in the middle of the city, sending all of you flying with just a force. As all of you land on the ground, you could feel your consciousness is kind of fading. And as everything fades to black, that is where we will end the session.
God damn.
Damn.
Interesting. So unfortunate. The Raj is a little too greedy.
Mm-hmm.
Raja.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations. All of you survived. This is good.
Thank God.
All of you level up.
Oh shit!
Congratulations.
Whoa.
You've acquired enough experience to be level 2. So your first class goes up to level 2, and your second class also goes up to level 2. However, your hit points do not restore.
Wait, I didn't do something properly.
Wait, what did you do?
I don't know. I don't know how to do it because I have 2 classes or some shit.
Yeah, you level up each class individually. So your rogue goes up to level 2, and then your sorcerer
To
goes up
take
to level 2.
average,
No. Don't take average. Roll the dice. So
custom formula.
your hip. No. Just roll it normally.
Do I roll twice because I have 2 things?
You'll roll it when you level up the other class. Yes. So Gardner,
Wait, do I choose
baby.
which class to level up?
you level up both to level 2.
But it makes me roll for both of them.
Yeah,
Ooh,
you'll roll for both of
listen.
them eventually.
Oh, okay.
So
what?
that's a really good roll, Fendror. That's really good. For those of you who get below average on your dice, so Gardner, you rolled a d10 plus 1. You rolled a 5, so that's below average. So you will take average. So your HP increase, instead of it being a 5, it'll be a 7.
Sure.
And
I guess it
the
would
same
be-
applies to the rest of you. If you roll below average, you will take average.
Okay,
So Zane, your HP is fine. Gardner, that HP roll is fine. Fulgore, that HP roll is not. Instead, you will take average, so it'll be 8. It'll
What?
be 8 for your second one. Sorry.
So wait, was
Right.
my roll okay?
Let's see.
How did I change?
Yes, you max rolled. What do you mean is your roll okay?
Oh no, I'm making sure.
I mean,
so is my
I've got the
1d6
max roll.
supposed to be 3 or what?
Your D6 is average 4. It's 3.5, so it rounds up to 4.
Okay, so how do I change it to 4 instead?
You just toggle your max HP. So like in your character sheet,
Instead of adding 2?
like
add
it should
2
have
more?
added you that HP already. So
Yeah,
instead
so
of
just add 2 more?
yeah, you just add 2 more to your max HP. So it'll be 23 instead of 21.
So when we level up the
But
second
it's
class, we don't add HP. We don't take extra.
Sorry?
Oh, what?
No,
The
no,
second
no.
class
Both
will.
of your classes get HP. You
Oh,
roll
oh,
HP for
shit.
both of them.
Oh,
My
okay.
thing is not updating them now.
Oh, here I'll update for you.
Oh,
I don't
baby.
know.
How do you just change the the max HP? I don't think I know how to.
You have to toggle the lock at the top. Sorry, the top left of your sheet. There's a little cog.
Oh, edit.
You have to change it to edit, and then from there you can edit your max HP.
No.
Can you not do it?
No.
Oh, I guess it's locked down because it's a sensitive field. Like you're not supposed to be quote unquote changing it. So I'll change it for you. So Zane, your max HP goes up by another 2. Let's see, Gardner, how much does your HP go up?
Should be 2-2.
2 as well. So your second roll for your sorcerer is fine. It was your
Do I get
roll
more
for
spells?
paladin that wasn't fine. It should be 2 as well. You said.
Yeah.
So it should be 27. Oh, there you go.
Thank you.
You will get more spells. Wait, what classes are you?
Sorcerer and Paladin.
So sorcerers, I believe, learn more spells. Paladin, you just get access to spells now. As a rogue, I believe you don't get anything for your rogue. However, sorcerers learn more spells.
But my cunning action.
You do get your cunning action for your rogue.
This guy's so cunning.
He's so cunning. He's so cunning.
Oops. Did not need to
I
do that.
will level up Theron for him.
So I can add 2 more first level spells or what?
I believe so. Let me go double check what you get.
Ooh, yeah.
Let's see. Sorcerer classes Sork.
So like before passing out, I just want to say this is basically what Fulgore was like watching the city get burnt to the ground.
God.
Oh, this guy's such a happy guy.
He's horny for destruction.
Damn.
As a sorcerer, you get 1 additional level 1 spell.
Okay.
So when you're level 2, you
Shame.
get 1 more spell.
Wait, how do I get those?
What was the
Oh
spell
my
again?
god, fuck, I rolled max HP for Theron. Sheesh, okay.
Can I get a reroll or what?
No.
Shame.
How do I physically edit my HP count if I wanted to
You
make?
can't,
mind them.
I have to do it.
Oh, okay.
How
I
much
get
does your
more
HP
spells.
increase by?
It would have gone up to 37 because I rolled a 5 on that one, which would have been a below average roll,
Boom. There you go. 37.
plus a 2.
Congratulations. You now have 37 health.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Theron. Theron's got spells. Boy's got spells. Oh boy. This is going to confuse the shit out of him when he gets back.